and welcome in this video. Today we are going to talk about how an NPN transistor, rather a specific kind of transistor that is the BC547, can work as a switching model and help us in working various simple circuits which can help in our day-to-day life. Specifically, we will be covering the water overflow alarm system in this particular video. How does it work and where is it? So the principle behind using a BC54 transistor, 547 transistor, it's very simple. It's basically acting as a switch, and here in the forward bias as a closing switch. As the base gets connected to the water, the positive and the negative terminals, which are connected respectively to the emitter and the collector side, the base gets current when it touches the water, and therefore the circuit gets completed. I know it might sound a bit gibberish right now, so let's go and see a practical. Alright, so here we have the components with us. So first we'll have a look. So this is the BC547 transistor. This is the LEDs. These are the 220 ohm resistors, some wires, connecting wires, and this is the 9-volt battery. And as an alarm, we have the piezoelectric buzzer over here. So this right here we have the entire circuit, and so this is the piezoelectric buzzer. This is the BC547. This is the 220 ohm resistor. This is the LED, and this is for the topmost level. That is when the water capacity moves up to 90% of the total capacity of the container. This is for around 50%, and this is for the bottom value, that is 10 to 20% of the total volume when it has been filled up. So the main idea here is, since the transistors that we have over here, these work as a switch, so they need a type of biasing, that is a forward biasing current which is supplied by the 9-volt battery here, so that they may act as a switch in the active region. And so now to complete the circuit, while the emitter side and the collector side, they are all connected. However, in order to complete the circuit, the base terminal needs to get attached as well. It needs to be active as well. So what the water here essentially does is, these are the wires that have been connected to the individual bases at each level, and what the water does exactly is complete the circuit. As we know that tap water, normal water, is usually a very good conductor of electricity, so it completes the base, and it helps complete the total circuit, that helps in flowing the current, in the current flowing from the collector to the emitter side via the base. And as this part comes in contact with the water, the base has some current flowing through it as well. And this is the ground terminal. So the ground terminal, what it does is essentially complete the entire circuit to make sure that all the ions have a two-way path for the current to flow through, that is from one side and come out of the other side, and thus creating a complete cycle. So now for the final part of the video, we have the practical demonstration of the circuit that we have created. So let's get it to test. We switch on the circuit, and as you can see, as of now there's no light. So slowly I'll pour the water over here, and as you can see, both the ground terminal as well as the base connections over here have been put in the container over here. So let's get it started. So as you can see, as the water keeps filling up, so now it is at 10 to 20% capacity. Now it's at 50% capacity. And as you see, almost full, and here we have the alarm buzzing. So here we can see the proper demonstration of the circuit present, and I hope this helps. Thank you and have a good day.